Hello everyone, welcome to our digital class of software engineering. So, we have been discussing the software process model. First we have discussed the waterfall model, then we have discussed the incremental model, and we have left with the third model, that is reuse software engineering. So, in today's class we are going to discuss what is reuse oriented software engineering. So, what actually that means reuse? That means some of the components or some of the system that are readily available with us, and when a new requirement has come to us, then we will go for our past experience. In the first class I told that the software engineering is the collection of past experience. That means we have to adapt the technology, the tools and the methodologies from the past experience. Then we will apply those techniques, tools and methodologies for the current software developing, and then we will get a good software project. So, what actually that reuse means? So, let us see what is reuse oriented software engineering. Suppose I am asking you to write a code to check whether a given number is even or odd. So, what will be the code? Suppose n is our number. I am writing if n modulo 2 equals to 0, then here I can print n is an even number, else I can print n is an odd number. So, this is the actual code to check whether a given number is even or odd. Suppose I am asking you to print 1 to 100. So, for that we have to code for I equals to 1, I less than equals to 100, I plus plus. Here we have to print the I. So, we have two programs. The first program or the first code defines us whether a given number is even or odd. The second code defines us how to print 1 to 100. Now, I am asking you to print all the even numbers present in between 1 to 100. So, what is my requirement? The requirement is to print 1 to 100, but what to print? To print the even numbers that are present in 1 to 100. So, our range is what? Our range is 1 to 100, and what is our criteria? Our criteria is we have to print only the even numbers. So, for this are you going to code from the scratch? No, because we have the first code, that is the even number, our criteria meets here, and how to print from 1 to 100, that is here. So, we have to reuse both the codes. We have to modify some of the code and we have to integrate the codes. Here we can print or we can check the even number, here we can print from 1 to 100. So, I can adapt these two codes, I can make some modification into these two codes, then what I will get? I will get the program that will print all the even numbers that will present in 1 to 100. So, what I can do? I will go for the range is what? 1 to 100, and how to check whether the I is the even number or not? This is the code. So, here I can write if I modulo 2 is equals to 0, then print I. So, this is the code, and now close. So, what will be printed? 1 modulo 2 is equals to 0? No, it evaluates as false, then it will go to here, and from here the I will be get incremented. Now, 2 is less than equals to 100? True. Then I will come here, 2 modulo 2 equals to 0? True. Now, it will print I, that means 2. Then when I will get modified with 3, the 3 modulo 2 is equals to 0? No, it is false. Then the 3 will not printed in my output screen. But in case of 4, 6, 8, 10, so those even numbers will get printed. So, this is called the reuse. So, by combining the first code with the second code with some modification, we can call it as a integration, and what we get, that is our configuration. So, we can call the reuse of software engineering as integration and configuration. That means, what are the components that are readily available, we have to collect the components, and if some of the components are not available, then we have to develop the new components and we have to integrate them. Then what we will get when we configure them, then what we will get, that will fulfill our exact requirements. So, let us see what are the pages in reuse software engineering. So, whatever the model it may be a waterfall model, it may be a incremental model, or it may be a reuse software engineering. That means, it may be a integration and configuration model. We have to start from the requirement specification. We have to know what exactly my customer needs. So, that is the requirement specification, we have to start there. So, now also we are going to start from requirement specification. So, the first step is requirement specification. So, this is a process. So, we have to represent in process activity diagram. So, from the requirement specification, okay, let us take the example while drawing all the pages. Suppose in our last 2 video lecture, we are taking an example of CMS. So, in case of CMS, what are there? They are admission, there are lesson plan, another is our attendance, and last one is our examination. It will be very easy to understand while I am taking the example of CMS. So, in case of CMS, there are 4 functions, that is admission, lesson plan, attendance and examination. Suppose, and we have developed this CMS for the UN Autonomous College. Suppose another institution that will ask for to develop another CMS for that institution, and what will be the requirement? Suppose in that case, so this is our UN college, suppose this is institution 1. So, in that case, now in this pandemic situation, all institutions are taking online classes. So, there is a need of online attendance, online assignment, online unit test, online monthly test and online question answer classroom. So, all these requirements are needed here. So, suppose there is a online attendance system. Suppose they want a online assignment system and they want online unit test. So, these are the requirements of the institution 1. They want a CMS, that is College Management Software. Okay, let me change this. Suppose institution management software, IMS, and they want, what are the requirements? Actually, the requirements are, there are some attendance, assignment and unit test room in case of IMS. So, these are the requirements that are new to us. So, in case of requirement specification, we have to specify that the institution 1 wants a IMS with the functionalities that are attendance, assignment and unit test. And this is what, that this is the CMS we have already developed for the UN Autonomous College. So, these are actually already developed. So, what if we have already developed software, we can call them as off the shelf application. We can call this. That means off the shelf application means they are readily available with us, because we are, suppose we are the professional software developers and we have been developing a lots of software, variety of software. So, we are encountered with different types of requirements. There are different set of customers and their requirements are also different. we are encountered with them in our day to day life. So, we are developing a variety of software. That means, whatever the software we have already developed, those are the off the shelf applications we have been developing. And this is what? This is the requirement now we are encountered with. We have to develop the IMS with these functionalities and with these services. So, in case of requirement specification, we have to mention that we have to design a IMS with these functionalities. Now, then how can we reuse whatever the components that are available with us? So, from here we have to go, we have to check whether there are some software or there are some components that are readily available, that is called the software discover phase. So, here we have to go for the software discovery phase. That means, in this phase we have to find out whatever the software that are readily available with us, and we have to find out also what are the software or what are the subsystems that are need to create. So, here we have to go through the phase, that is software evolution. So, evolution means what? Evolution means actually we are going to create a new software. So, what actually these two process means? That means, from the requirement specification, that is attendance, assignment and unit test. So, whatever the software that are already available, that we are going to specify in case of software discovery. So, from the attendance, assignment and unit test, we have the attendance here. That means, the attendance is readily available. So, we can find the attendance is now readily available with us. Then what is the software evaluation? That we have to find what are the subsystem that is required from the customer side, and we have to design or we have to newly develop the subsystem. These are the assignment and the unit test. So, here we find that the assignment and the unit test functionalities that we want to develop for the first time. So, from this what we will get? We will get a refined requirement. So, in this refined requirement phase, we have to mention what are the systems that are readily available and what are the systems that we want to develop. So, in this case, we have to specify. This is actually the requirement specification. The requirement specification means what? Requirement specification means we have to write down all the specification that my customer needs in a document, that is our SRS document. So, here we wrote down all the requirements. These are now refined requirements means what? Because after the requirements we will go for the design or the integration or the configuration. So, we have to mention here that these systems are already available. So, we do not have to develop these systems, and these systems are not available, so that we have to develop these systems newly. For the first time we have to develop these systems. So, in case of refined requirements, we have to mention two things. The first thing is what are the off the shelf applications that are readily available with us, that is what? That is attendance. And what are the system that we need to develop? That means here we need to develop. So, what are these? These are assignment and unit test. So, I hope you just clear from up to this. That means, from the requirement specification we have to specify what actually my customer needs. In this case, our customer is institution 1 and the requirement is IMS, that is institution management software, and inside the IMS there are some functionalities like attendance, assignment and unit test. Then we will go for check whether there are some system, there are some subsystem that are readily available with us. Yes, that is attendance, that is the software discovery. Here we have discovered the subsystem that is readily available. Then we will go for the subsystems, those are not readily available, so that we can develop them. So, what are those? Those are assignment and unit test. Those are new requirements. So, we have to develop the assignment and unit test, and that phase is software evaluation. So, actually here we are not designing, we are deciding what to design and what to adapt. Those systems which are already available, we have to adapt them, and the system which are not available, we have to develop them. So, here we have to decide what to design and what to not. And from this software discovery and software evaluation, what we will get? We will get the refined requirements. Here that is mentioned that this attendance is the off the sale requirement. That means off the sale means it is already available. We have to adapt the attendance from the stock. So, this is the off the sale, and we need to develop what we need to develop, that is assignment and unit test. So, now we have the refined requirements. Here we have to decide whether all the requirements are readily available. Suppose take an example, there is a second institution, that is suppose I2, and that way that I2 is requiring management software, suppose management software, that will be suppose a class management software. The class management software, and the functionalities may be suppose admission, attendance, only this much, and suppose examination. So, consider the I2. The I2 requires admission and attendance under the class management software. So, here when we go for the requirement specification and software discovery and software evaluation, there from the software discovery phase, we got that all the functionalities, that is admission and attendance and examination, all these three functionalities are readily available with us in case of UN College management software. So, here what actually means? This means this software is actually readily available. So, it is the off the sale application system. If this type of condition arises, that means all the requirements are already has been developed, then here we have to change, we have to decide. This is the conditional statement. Here we have to decide whether the application system is available. If it is available, then we have to configure that application software. We just need to change. Here CMS is what? College management software, and here the college management software has extra functionalities, that is lesson plan, but here the lesson plan is not required. So, we can go for the first, that is if the application system is available. If the application system is available, then we will go for the phase where we can configure the application system which actually available with us. So, for the institution 2, all these functional requirements are already available with us, then we can go here, we can take the decision and we will go for the application system available. Next, we can configure the application system. That means, we have to copy all those codes that that has been developed for the UN College management software, and we have to delete the lesson plan, because lesson plan is not required here. That means, whatever the requirement of my customer that are already has been developed. So, I do not have to put much effort for the developing a new software, that is for the institution to class management software. So, I do not have to write the code from the scratch. I can configure the college management software that I have been developed from for the UN Autonomous College, and I can configure that and I can get the class management software. So, this is what. And in the second case, if the application system is not available, that means for the institution 1, that is institution management system, only the attendance is available, we have to write the assignment and the unit test. That means if I am considering this as the components, only one component is available, that is attendance, and we have to develop the other two components, that is assignment and the unit test. So, if another condition, that is if the component only available, if all the component available, that means that is the application system available, because by configuring all the components we can get a system, but if some of the components available, then we can go for this. If the component available, that means some of the components are available and some of the components are need to be designed and developed. So, here also there are two options, that means some of the components are available and some of the components are need to design. So, whatever the components available, we have to adapt them. So, we have to adapt some components. That means here the attendance is available. So, here we can adapt the attendance system. Here we can adopt the college management software, that is we have developed for UN Autonomous College. Here we have developed the CMS and we can adapt the CMS, but here if the component is available, whatever the components available, that is attendance, we have to adapt that component. And the second process, that is develop new components. So, what are actually the new components? That are assignment and unit test. So, here we will write the code for assignment and unit test. Now, by combining these things, the adaptance, that is attendance, the new component that we are going to code, that is assignment and unit test, then what we will get? We will get the adequate system. So, this is our output. In both the cases, this is our also output, where we can adapt the whole system by making some changes, like here the lesson plan is not required. So, we have to delete the lesson plan. So, there in case of college management software, here we have to delete the lesson plan, that means we have to copy all those things and we have to delete. So, there we can make some changes, and here if the component is available, we have to adapt the component which is actually available, and we have to design some new component. Then after designing, we have to configure, we have to integrate that adapted component and the newly developed component, then we will get a adequate system. So, what is the advantages of this reuse software engineering? Suppose for the attendance, I will take 1 month of time, 20,000 of rupees. So, here I am putting my effort for 1 month and I am taking time also for 1 month, and the cost is 20,000. If I am not adopting the attendance in case of IEMS, then what will happen? I will waste 1 month of time again, I will waste 20,000 again, and I will waste all my efforts for the 1 month. If I adopt the attendance from here, then the cost will be less, the time will be less, and the effort will be less. I can use those time, effort and cost for another project. So, this is actually the advantages of reuse oriented software engineering. The cost of development is very low. If the cost of development is very less, then from the company perspective, there will be more gain. So, this is the advantages of the reuse software engineering. And what is disadvantages? The main disadvantage is that when we are taking the decisions that which components are available and which components are not available, there are some components maybe they will not fulfill all the requirements, but they can fulfill the requirement partially. So, there may be a very difficult situation arises when we have to take the decision which components we need to adapt and which components we need to develop. So, that will be very difficult for us. And next, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? You just compare all the process models, that are waterfall model, incremental model and this reuse software engineering, and write down in your own. Thank you.